Hello, City of Heroes, City of Villains fans. It's Tommy again. My insomnia, man. Gotta do something about that. I was playing around. I have another Sentinel. I've been revamping older characters I've not played because I have 100 characters in various levels. I'm like, I have to stop making new characters. It's a problem. Why don't I just level up and play some of the characters that I've created? And what's sad is I've got some characters that are like completely kitted out 50s and they're just sitting there. I never touch them after I did all that work. Alta, alt, Altitis is a real problem, folks. It's a real problem. Anyway, I like St. Marshall. It's one of my favorite zones in the entire game. So this one, I'm gonna run a St. Marshall arc, and I might continue to run St. Marshall arcs with the other characters because they're fun. And again, using Ouroboros is great. That's a great tip from um, JC Christian. I forget his name now. JC. What's your name? JC Servant. That's a great tip from him. Ouroboros missions are fun, and you get something out of it. You get the merits. Why not? Why not do this instead of running the same old stuff in Paragon Island over and over and over again? Anyway, let's get started. Silver Tongue Devil. I think it's 3 missions. I forget how many merits it's worth. Let me look at my merit chart. There's a chart of merit on the Homecoming Wiki. You can go look and see what missions are worth what. And if we look here, Hardcase. Silver Tongue Devil. It's 8 merits, 3 door missions, so not a lot. There's another one that he's got sold for a song that's 20 reward merits for 4 missions. Huh. Wonder if that might be more worth it. 1 extra mission, 20 merits. One of them is a defeat all, though. The 8 merit one's just 3 door missions. What do we want to do? I'm gonna run the first one. That's only 8 merits for the 3 missions, and if I still have the energy, I'll run the second one after it, and then I'll be like 28 merits for a little bit of work. Can't beat that. I'm not trying to do too much here, so I think I'm gonna look at my difficulty. Yeah, 0 times 2 is good. I don't like to run less than 2 team members because I feel it's a waste of time. But let's get started. We're gonna start with Silver Tongue Devil. Sold for songs underneath it. Normally, I don't do mercy missions. I mean, if you're stupid enough to get yourself in trouble with a demon, it's your own damn problem, right? Well, there's a lady who came to me, asked me to help her with a little demon problem she's got. Apparently, she didn't know what she was getting herself into and made a pact with a Whaler King who goes by the name Silvertongue. In any case, she promised to compensate for helping her with the troubles. Payout in demon killing works for me. Some demons have something called a true name. Knowing a demon's true name gives you power over them and can be used to banish them or bind them to your will when used with proper ritual. The Whaler King responsible for messing with the lady will never reveal his true name, but his minions might reveal it if given the proper persuasion. Interrogate the Whalers for Silvertongue's true name. I know there's a bunch of them in some caves nearby. Check them out. When participating in this stream, we will be limited to level 34. Let's go interrogate some Whalers. Except I didn't limit myself or anything. Oh, this guy, his build's just super simple. He ain't ready for prime time really, but he works. I like his attack chain. You can see my normal slotting is 1 accuracy, 3 damage, 1 endurance reducer. I tend to do that. You can do 2 accuracy, 3 damage if you want endurance reducer, but just typically what I do at lower levels. I don't really go crazy with it. Usually I 3 slot any armors. The only time I might differ in the 3 slotting stuff is if I'm dealing with a corruptor, mastermind, or defender. Then I'm going to slot up the secondary. What's really primary. I'm going to slot up the healing and defense powers a little bit more, but not in this case. I always 3 slot stamina, and I always 3 slot health at lower levels. It's just helpful. Stamina, I could go in and pop some more in there, but his stamina's been pretty good, so I'm not gonna raise the level of these. It's not worth it. So nothing fancy here, just IOs. I never use SOs. They just seem like a waste of time. Trainers and SOs now they don't do much for you. Meaning single origin enhancements and training enhancements, they just don't. But I was joking to someone that I might do a hard mode run with using nothing but training enhancements all the way to 50, which could be kind of interesting. So there he is. There's our Demon Hunter dude, looking badass. I'm gonna call him Blade Junior. So we're going to run this mission for Hardcase here. Yeah, gosh. I could never be monetized because I curse too much. Here. Hopefully secondary mutation won't turn me into a monkey. That was hilarious. I like that random crap happens to me when I game. Oh, so the Wailers. The Wailers are an interesting mob. We don't see them outside of villains much, and I think that's a mob that should be ported over to Hero side, because Heroes got a little too easy. These guys, for the reason I ended up leveling up a level 50 Sonic Corruptor. That's basically what they are, is they're Sonic Corruptors. And it's disgusting. Sonic on a Corruptor is really wonderful. And maybe I should showcase that one day. It's another overlooked thing. Hardly anybody plays it. And they're missing out. Sonic on a Corruptor is just amazing. You get all this resistance from your shields. Plus, you're giving resistance to your buddies, teammates. Plus, you are debuffing resistance in a major way. And people downplay Sonic all the time. But Sonic Corruptor, that plus Scourge, it's disgusting. You will just wipe out maps. And if you're on a team, it's even worse. So what we're going to do is, I'm just going to pop a red, because I like having a little extra energy going on here. And we're just going to... Yeah, I can... So, again, my really weak, underpowered Sentinel here. Just doing his thing. I gotta watch out for these guys, because do not underestimate them. Because the damage resistance debuffs that they slap out on you stack really super fast. And here's that jumping thing I do because my wrist always hits the keyboard, hits the spacebar on the keyboard, making me jump. Range isn't bad either on these. I think what's nice on a Sentinel too is that Sentinels gets those additional debuffs, and that's always nice. Look at that. He's already debuffing me. So what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna hit Meltdown. Then I'm gonna hit it so that I can increase my damage resistance a little bit, because I'm gonna need that fighting this guy. And Wailer King. So Meltdown increases your resistance to damage to everything and gives you a little bit of recovery and a little bit of damage. And that's, oh, I forgot these res. So the Wailer bosses can res. I'm gonna pop another red. I'm gonna slap my remember this time to use my opportunity debuff. I've been using opportunity mostly for bosses. This is going well, deceptively well. If you do take on the Wailers, just know that the cascade failure of your defenses and your resistance will happen soon with them. The constant stream of stacking Sonic attacks. Oh, that was super easy. Right on. Out we go. This might be a good one. I wonder how fast I can go this one. Alrighty. We will fly over back to Hardcase. I found the Wailer King pretty quickly. I was surprised by that. I didn't think that would go that fast. Hopefully I've not picked something else that is full of elite bosses and other things. I think Runeveil could run this quite well. I could run this at Runeveil and crank up the diff a little bit. Not that you get much for it. You get a little bit more XP from the enemies. Okay. So Silvertongue's true name is, oh gosh, okay, Cacophonix. I think I said it right. Somehow that doesn't surprise me. That college education, it comes in handy for sometimes. Well, we're on our way to getting our payoff for banishing the Whaler King known as Silvertongue. Learning his true name means all we need to get rid of the demon is to get an appropriate banishing ritual. Who knows more about binding and banishing demons than anyone? The Circle of Thorns. Raid a Circle Temple on Primeva and steal the banishing ritual of Gaiman-Ray. Jaiman-Ray? I don't know which one it is. The banishing ritual of Jamon-Ray. I'm going to say Jamon-Ray because that sounds nicer. The banishing ritual of Jamon-Ray. And the necessary components for it. Stop. Oh, we got to steal the banishing ritual. So we got to go to Nerva. And I can't remember if this guy's got team transport. I don't think he does. He doesn't. I'm just going to monitor duty transport to my base. Again, the niceness of having a base. Get yourself a base. Get your teleport beacon set up. Get your storage set up. And you can just zoom around so quickly around the City of Heroes universe. Go to Nerva. Nerva's huge. This is a zone that I wish was made co-op. Personally, I wish all the villain zones were made co-op at this point because hardly anybody plays them, and that might be something to get people going. And it's kind of far away. There is a black helicopter that can, I believe, get us a little closer to there. We just gotta find it on the map. There it is. So there's a black helicopter over, right next to me. I didn't need to go through all that drama. I could just have turned around. But we can hop on that helicopter, and it will take us to the north side of Nerva. It's a nice little convenience. Making getting to the island a little bit better. Primeva is beautiful. This should totally be, really honestly, there's actually St. Marshall. I mean, St. Marshall's co-op zone too, but Nerva being a co-op zone, I think, would be a huge boon to the game. Open up a little extra content for heroes. Because I'm sure some of these missions, like Hardcase, could easily become both a hero and a villain. Some of the Nerva missions are morally ambiguous, though. Heroes wouldn't do it because they involve a little human trafficking. I'm serious. I'm not joking. But Hardcase could easily be a contact for both heroes and villains. Because he's not really evil. He's a demon hunter and an appetite hunter. There's probably a couple other contacts here that could be made dual contacts. And then make the Silver Manus task force both sides and have at it. Alrighty. We're just going to go in here. I'm going to just toggle off my flying here. And we're just going to go in here and have some fun. We're going to see how we handle the circle. He's pretty... The one thing about radiation armor is radiation armor, I think, gets underrated too. You don't see people taking it a lot. I'm a little bit nervous about having more than I can chew here because he's still not uber yet. He's still rather weak. Yeah, Xe is already having issues. I really don't want to die on this cast, so I just hit all my buffs. One thing I have noticed, and I need to look at the stats here, fire damage in this guy seems to really get me. I noticed it in another mission I was running with him earlier, and I was trying to get used to playing him again. I'm just kind of curious. There's combat attributes. Fire resistance actually is pretty high. I was getting ripped apart with fire damage by the Carnival in another set of missions, and I don't really know what's going on. See, somebody's announcing a Striga mission team. And I was just talking about co-ops. I think they did a beautiful job with making Striga co-op. Yeah, these circle mobs are really clumped together. It makes them a little bit harder to pull. Because usually on this guy, my tactic is pull and yank to the center, and then try not to get too many at once. which in this case sort of worked. Most minions, he can off most minions at range pretty quickly. So he's doing pretty well here. That disorient is nice. One thing I have noticed from Sentinels is it seems most Sentinels in their blast set get some type of crowd control status effect blast. And it's usually better than the one Blasters gets. Usually some of the ones Blasters get don't actually do damage, like the Ice one. But the Ice Hold, stuns, everything for Sentinels does damage. Oh, I got a little cocky here. I wasn't paying attention. I'm going to pop a luck and two of these reds because I just want to not be dealing with anything that's happening right now. I want to just get rid of these guys. He's also not stealthy. I don't think I slotted a stealth in him. Celerity, so he can't like run through here and not get caught. He's gonna have to fight his way through finding. So one thing I'm not good at either is I'm really not good at finding random things in caves. I'm really bad at it. And I'm hoping I'm not on this map for 3 hours looking around trying to find stuff, because that has happened to me. I've been on maps where, if you've watched any of my streams, you've watched it happen to me. I've been on maps and it's like, oops, like how do you find this thing? Where's this thing at? I'm just going to do skill abuse here just to keep myself going. Let's see if we can AoE what's left and get rid of them. I've really been meaning to make an... I have two Earth tunes that I don't play. They're just sitting there, and Earth is a really great set. I like Earth on Dominators, and there's a reason I like Earth on Dominators. Earth is one of the sets, and I'd say Gravity might be the other, I'd say Illusion is the other, maybe Gravity, where even if you don't have Permadom, it's powerful. Like you can build a non-Permadom Earth Dom, and just, since a lot of Earth's powers aren't affected by domination anyway, and between the pet, the incredibly sturdy pet, the slows, the soft controls, and the debuffs do pretty darn well. And not need Permadom at all. Actually, if I was building a non-Permadom Dom, which I might do that to show it off, I would go with the leaping pool and make sure that you get acrobatics. That'll handle a lot of your hold issues. You'll be harder to hold, more difficult to hold. You won't get knocked around easily, so you won't need Permadom to make that a thing. But yeah, so that's just random musings for me. If you're in the chat, I'm having trouble bringing chat window up right now. I need to figure out a way to logically be able to read the chat. The only thing I've ever figured out is to have my laptop open with one screen open so I can read it. And then this, but I left my laptop at work today. I use my laptop at work. So I'm a contractor, so I bring my own equipment to work. It's not given to me. I love being a contractor. If I ever had a bit of random career advice, if you are young and trying to figure out what to do, find some type of career that will eventually allow you to work as an independent contractor. The taxes can be kind of scary to figure out, but that's what tax people are for. You pay them for that. But independent contractor is where it's at. Nobody owns you. And then if you can find a way to get affordable health insurance on top of that, you're golden. That health insurance is the tricky part. It's where most people end up sending their souls to their employer for health insurance. I hate that our country makes that a thing. You shouldn't have to sell your life away just to have health insurance. Or put up with doing jobs and work that you don't like, that you're not good at, and that suck your soul out just so you can get health insurance. The best thing I ever did for my life was to go back to school, get a little bit of extra education, put up with a little bit of crap during apprenticeship that I didn't want to put up with, and then end up as an independent contractor. I'm very, very happy as an independent contractor. My schedule is my own, my day is my own, the pay is much higher. And then I got fortunate that something worked out for insurance for me that I know that's not fortunate for a lot of people. And it worked out well. That, or if you got a husband or wife, get on their insurance. Because not everybody wants to be an independent contractor. They're scared of it. But man, I love it. Especially if you get a good solid contract with a place that likes you and wants to keep you as an independent. It's great. And the key to that is just making sure, like, if you are an independent contractor, making sure that the agreement is very solid with you and with you and the person who's contracting you, that you are not their employee. They have no real control over you. They just give you jobs and you do them. Have your own vacations. Take as much time off as you want. If you need to call in for a day, you just can. It's wonderful. There's my piece of advice to anybody, even if you're not young. I didn't make that shift until I was older. I just realized I was not designed to work for other people. It always ended up being a disaster. A regular 9 to 5 was always a disaster for me. I just couldn't do it. I guess what kind of started that rant is I was just ranting that I had forgotten my laptop at work. I've been thinking about just investing, just getting a good gaming laptop. Oh, there it is. I found a ritual without too much trouble. That's unusual for me. This is going crazily well. We gotta find the ritual. I found the components, and I gotta find the ritual. And things don't usually, I see it on the map. Things don't typically go smoothly for me. I make a lot of mistakes. I fire on the wrong thing. I misfire. This could be a death trap. I'm pulling back. We'll see. Some are going to stop and some are going to keep going. We're going to get the ones that are going to come going. The nice thing about not being a tank will have a harder time with this because they're freaking taunts. I believe their attacks taunt, even if they don't have taunt. All their attacks, they have a taunt aura that gets triggered. And so when they engage stuff, it's hard for them to get away from it if they've taken on more than they can chew. I'm going to debuff him, he's not a boss. Because I want to just be able to take him. That 15% resist, I just want to be able to take him out real quick. Without a lot of trouble. And Sentinel's getting a status control in their attacks. And at least one of their attacks is always really nice. It's one thing I noticed that Sentinels have. I think all their sets have at least a stun or sleep, at least one. I think Psionic has more than one. I think Psionic has a sleep and a hold. All right, so we're gonna try to pull again. And you're wondering, why are you pulling so much if you have a defense secondary? That's because I noticed that sometimes he yanks a little bit more than he can chew, and he gets worn down really quick by the melee attacks. Sometimes with some characters, if I want a fast attack chain, I will sacrifice, excuse me, adjust my headset. I will sacrifice the slot or try to find an extra slot for a recharge. I could fly, which would probably make more sense than just jumping blindly down here. I don't think the ritual's in here. It's not in here. And we're gonna skip over whatever little mobs are hiding at the bottom of our Aztec-style pyramid. And we're gonna zoom through here. Oh, no. Oh, I missed it. Where is it? Did I not go the right way? Oh, It's over here. I love the fact that some maps do this. I hate it when it doesn't happen. When you get the last glowy, or the last thing you need to find. And it shows up as a waypoint on the map so you can quickly find it and get to it. It would have been easier if I had just done that to begin with. Hopefully we can call him, because traveling back from here, oh, that's just evil. That's okay, though. Luckily, we've got a couple of options. I'll just use the Ouroboros portal. Should be able to port back to St. Marshall's. Something else you can do if you're bored, I might do a video of this too, because I've done it with other tunes, is get all of the travel zones for the... Get all of the travel zone badges so that you can use your long-range teleporter more easily, unlocking all those long-range teleport destinations. It's really not hard. You can, I think it takes about maybe a couple of hours each side. You can spend a couple of hours one day doing it, or under an hour one day doing it hero side, and about an hour and a half doing it villain side, and that's it. I think it's pure evil that we have to talk to him again, but hey, the transport dropped us off right, the teleport beacon dropped us off in a really good spot right next to him, so he's pretty centrally located. Alright, I think this is the last one. Now we gotta defeat Silver Tongue. I think it's hilarious that there's only 3 missions in this arc, and you cannot talk to Hardcase after them. You know, we might have enough time to run that second Johnny Sonata one. There's one that's just awful, where you've got to get you basically got to bring Johnny's unwilling mate back to him. It's horrible. This poor girl's been trafficked to him by Jezebel Jones. Jezebel Jones is our resident human trafficker here in St. Marshall. And she makes no bones about it. She's very clear about what she does. What she does. She's the madam that hides out in the Golden Giza. And Johnny got a girl from her, and you got to force the girl to go back to Johnny. You know, she visibly is trying to get away from him. It's really awful. There's a twist to it, though. There's a twist to it, so she's not such a damsel in distress. I don't want to reveal too much. Even though this is an older game, if you haven't done it yet, it's kind of nice to be surprised. But, yeah. You gotta just be careful with these guys. These guys are deceptively nasty. They are deceptively nasty. Oh, one thing too about the getting the let me heal myself up before I die. I end up talking sometimes and not paying attention. One of the nicer things too about the about getting, oh, I didn't realize he's a boss, that's what's going on, about getting some type of status effect control in each of the blast sets for the Sentinel is, I am not a proc person, but it is the one thing I will proc almost every time. Like typically, let's take a quick peek. Enhance, managed. I believe it is, which one's got the little stun in it? Is it Cosmic Burst? One of them's got a little stun in it. And disorient. So something like this is right for procking. Like you put in three thunder strikes or whatever, and then 2 procs, damage procs, 2 or 3 damage procs. Usually 2 damage procs and then an additional chance for stun or hold proc or whatever. How you have to coordinate it per what you've got, and that thing just slams. It just slams. I don't know what Meltdown Imminent means. Does it mean I'm going to lose something? I gotta look up, see what that power does. I wonder if there's a crash for it. I'll use a little bit of endurance. It's not noticeable. Especially radiation has such good endurance management. Radiation armor has such good endurance management that it's like not... Oh dear, Wailer Queen. Oh, we weren't ready for all that jelly. But, it's got such endurance management, you don't notice it. Especially if you slot your stamina. Wow, this is a map full of bosses, ain't it? I guess we could rush to the end and find Silver Tongue, because I have a feeling he ain't here. I'm hoping he's not an EB, because an EB Whaler, I have not done this in a long time, an EB Whaler would be kind of nasty, and I would probably be sorry that I didn't slot. I'm trying not to die here. Sorry, it's hard to talk and not die. I try to make sure I didn't really bring any goodies to deal with the boss, to deal with an elite boss. Though, I think this tune's fully capable. That's one of the things we're bringing along, like or having a defender or corruptor solo can be kind of good. I know people bitch about defender solo, but the right defender solo can handle actually quite a bit. You just have to make sure that you picked a secondary where you're getting lots of buffs. So the newer secondaries like time or nature, the primaries for defenders like time or nature are nice because you get almost all of the powers affect you as the caster. Oh wait, I see something that would indicate a boss. See that down there? That's just a Whaler King, but he's got the Sonic Shield up. I was hoping it was the main boss. I don't think he's in here. Oops, I flew into a wall. I wonder where he's at. I do remember that the Wailers, like their bosses and elite bosses, will usually have a big, huge orange Sonic shield around themselves and the mobs they're protecting or that are subservient to them, their minions. So I could do a thing where I do the thing where you do a find thing and it will a find macro, and you can put the name of what you're looking for in the macro and it'll try to find them for you. I could also have fought through this too. It's a great map for X. Oh, something's talking. Usually if something's talking, it's just just get rid of them. Just luck here to make sure make sure I get them all. That was not a luck, that was an insight. Large inspiration. I must be getting close to him because I triggered an ambush. So I'm assuming the ambush was destination triggered. And you see his endurance management so great. Like I got fly toggled on and I didn't care. That's another Whaler King. Looks like a dead end there. I do not see. Oh, there he is. There he is, right there. Alright. So he's just a boss. He's not an elite boss. So this won't be too bad. I'm gonna try just pull just him and see what happens. I'm gonna make a focused rage here. What else can we make here? Make another focus rage because damage is king. Accuracy there. I'm gonna see if I can pull him from up there. Oh, I'm gonna attract a lot of attention. No, he's coming by himself. Nice. I was surely expecting him to be an elite boss. Oh, it looks like he does trigger. Oh, talk about lucky. Talk about lucky, because I was going to bite it. Because he triggered an ambush. Oh, and of course he reses. Yeah, that is such a neat feature of the game. Does add a certain level of excitement. If you get all those large inspiration buffs, you just turn you into a freaking monster. Yeah, because I think that totally prevented a team wipe. I mean, a team wipe. That totally prevented me wiping. Oh, my poor underpowered Sentinel. Poor guy, just underpowered. Can't even, can't even lift a feather. Can't even defeat a -1 minion. Those poor underpowered Sentinels. Just not good at all. Yes, I'm totally being, yeah, guys, yes, I'm totally being, like, ridiculous. Alright, we're gonna call Hardcase. Oh, we still gotta go back to him to complete. So evil. Yeah. Poor, helpless, defenseless Sentinel. I don't know what I'm doing with this build. I know I do like his attack chain. I think it's really solid for radiation. It's solid. It knocks stuff out. There's not a lot of pause between abilities. An ability is always ready to use. A superpower is always ready to use. Okay, I have a weird thing I'm going to tell you. I don't like it when people call superhero abilities in a game spells, because I'm like, I'm a superhero. I'm a mutant, or I'm a science. I'm not casting spells. Unless I'm magic, then I'm casting spells. But it's one of those weird things I hate when people call them spells. I'm like, it's not a spell. He's not magic. I know, I'm weird that way. But anyway, you mean the lady with silver tongue? Oh, I didn't catch that. Damn, I've been played for a fool. I should have known better than to fall for some lame damsel in distress routine. Trust no one, Centurion, especially when you're dealing with demons. Without the proper banishing ritual, you can bet Silver Tongue will be back. You might survive this work yet, Centurion, if only for a little while longer. You should call me, I can get you all the best enhancements. So this is so outdated. I think something needs to be done about this. It's like you unlock contacts that can give you like sort of single origin enhancements. He's out leveled though, so you probably can't use them from Hardcase, or he hasn't completed some other requirement to get them from Hardcase. But it's really annoying. Single origin enhancements are useless. Training enhancements, the TOs, they should just take them out of the game. They don't do any good. Nobody uses them. Though I've been joking, I wanted to build a character that just uses TOs. But I don't know. It's just, they've got to do something about SOs being completely valueless, and I don't know what can be done. Set bonuses are king. Everybody's going for set bonuses, but maybe single origin enhancements can just be made a little juicier, made a little bit more powerful, so that they're worth it for people to slot. I don't know. And of course, you get the people who start screaming, "Power creep, power creep, power creep." Well, the horse has long left the gate for that one in this game. Power creep is very much an already done thing. Anyway, I'm going to admit myself. Really, I think I'm going to do the other one and get that 20 for 4 missions. Why not? I've got the time. So, let's see. What do I want to slot up here? I wouldn't mind going ahead and putting 2 resistances in tough to make myself a little tougher. And, I don't care about that. These are not the best. I mean, these could all be 35s. I'm just lazy. I started messing around at another level with IOs in this, and just kind of left them there. But it's not bad. But they could do a little bit better. That's only 15, whereas this would bring 22. So it does a significant 5% change. That adds up. This Gaussian's chance for build up was nice in that. I think I'll just add a third one in Meltdown, and we're gonna see if I've got some damage resist of a significant level already hanging out in my storage, my unorganized storage. I have this vast dream of organizing all my storage so everything is in specific bins, and I can tell you it ain't happened yet. There's one there. I might need to craft because I don't think I have any in the other ones over here. It's kind of organized over there. I kind of know what's in those other bins. Organized, but not really. Some of these other bins, I've got no clue what's in them. We'll see here. And I need to come up with some kind of build plan for this thing. I kind of freeformed it. Some based off of just a build I read about in the forums. I took some of what I liked from it and dumped what I didn't like. It's freebie. I'll take the 25. Not as good as what I want, but it'll do. And I'll craft over here. I should be able to craft a couple rather easily. Use up your salvage, folks. Craft stuff, etc., etc. Use your salvage up. Okay. We want to see here. So resist damage. I don't have everything I need, but what do I need for it? 35s. I need runes and improvised cybernetics. I may have that stuff on hand. I have a lot of stuff on hand. I need to use it up. So let's see. Runes. Don't see runes, but let's see. No improvised cybernetics. Luckily, these sort in alphabetical order. So I have this grand scheme of where I will sort everything alphabetically for my salvage, and I'll have all my enhancements sorted by, type. Yeah, I ain't done any of that. Okay, no runes, no the other thing. I forgot the other thing I was looking for. Was it cybernetic enhancement? I forgot. Let's see. I do want to... Oh, wrong thing. Let's see. You can observe my random process that makes no sense to anybody but me. Yeah, runes and improvised cybernetics. Let's see if I got any of that here. I'm tempted to just buy it too. Or go, and if I got enough tickets, I can go and craft what I need from the architect vendor. A lot of people don't know that you can do that too. The Mission Architect has a vendor where you can take the tickets that you earned in Mission Architect and craft stuff with it. No, I don't have either one of those. It's weird. I feel like I usually have those on hand. But I kind of want to craft it before I jump to the next thing. So, what we got in here? That's fine. I'll put that in meltdown. Put that in tough. I wanted to craft a level 35 one for the tough, but I'm also feeling incredibly lazy. What was the other level of resist damage I had hiding here? Like I said, this build is not, we ain't, oh wow. I had a whole bunch of level 35s already in here. You know what? I'm going to do this. These, the 20s were practically worthless, so just in it goes. And the 35 there. And the 25s are worth a little bit more. Like, destroying it would be kind of dumb, so I'm going to slap that there. Alright. So, overall, you should have gotten a little bit better. You should have some little bit better damage. If you look at his combat attributes now, his damage resistance, it went up by 5% overall. You saw it jump from that 42 to that 47. That 42 was what it was the last time I looked. I'm getting 15% more damage resistance from tough, which is great, which is really boosting my overall damage resistance to some respectable levels. I've got a huge hole in cold resistance, though. Also, let's see if we can boost ourselves a little bit at the empowerment station. So let's see if there's any endurance drain. He doesn't really... Flight speed, I don't need that. Usually I try to go smashing lethal, but it looks like I don't have enough of anything, and I know I don't have any of these on hand. So we'll just wait a little bit. I could go get what I need to make that a reality. Oh, ceramic plate armor. That's a white enhancement. I'm not going to craft it, but that additional 5% will be useful. So we said we were going to do the other one, which is worth 20, which is sold for a song. And is this the one that I think it is? Oh, is this the one where you save Johnny's soul? I think this might be the one. I'm not sure if this is the one I think it is, Silver Tongue Devil. But I think Silver Tongue Devil is the one where you find out. No, Sold for a Song. No, Sold for a Song is not what I thought it was, but it's fine. Uh, you find a little bit more about what's going on behind the scenes at the Golden Giza. I remember the one where you. Yeah, I'm gonna do it anyway because it's worth 20. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like 4 missions, not too hard. Let's go for it. There is one where you rescue Johnny Sonata's soul, which is actually really kind of a fun one. Sold for a Song. Let's do it. Click the demonic essence. Alright. We're gonna do it. And if you are in the chat and I can't talk to you, I'm sorry. I don't have the... I know there's a way to bring it up so you can see the chat in the small corner of your screen while you're doing stuff, but I have never been able to figure out how to do that. So I'm going to have to look into how that works. Looks like somebody's watching too. I know there's a way to bring it up so you can see the chat in the small corner of your screen while you're doing stuff, but I have never been able to figure out how to do that. So I'm going to have to look into how that works. I feel like I can pop out chat. Duh, I figured it out. And I feel extremely slow right now. I'm just going to put that in the lower corner of my screen so I can see it. And we're good. I can Alright. Pop out chat. Duh, I figured it out. And I feel extremely slow right now. I'm just going to put that in the lower corner of my screen so I can see it. And we're good. Alright. Pop out chat. Duh, I figured it out. And I feel extremely slow right now. Okay, nobody's really in there though, but it's okay. Nice, okay. It's nice you can do that. And I can just pop the chat out. Now I just have to figure out how to get it where the chat stays on top of the screen. But I think I'd have to put... I'm going to futz with this while we're doing here. We ain't doing nothing anyway. I think I have to put it myself in windowed mode. I feel like that's what you have to do. And I can't remember how to do windowed mode on this game. I feel like you put it yourself in windowed mode, it can you can have it that way you can have other screens on top of the screen. How do you go into window? I'll look into that later. I need to look that up though, because it'll make life easier in general. The only problem now with the pop-up windows, isn't staying on top of the chat, on top of the screen. It's vanishing when I play, so I can't really see it. But I'm pretty sure if I swap my screen to windowed mode, I can do that. I just don't know how to do it. It's been a long time since I've futzed with these controls. Key mapping, graphics and audio. Windows. User interface. Window. I know there's a setting for it. I just can't remember where it is. I'll look it up later. My friend Google will help me. But for now, I can toggle every now and then and check the chat out. There's nobody in there anyway. So we are sailing over the skies of St. Marshall. We're going to collect some demonic essence. Anyway, what was I ranting about before? Oh, I was ranting about that single origin enhancements are basically, and DOs, nobody even uses DOs at all, period, are just basically so underpowered now that nobody ever uses them. And I think that's kind of a shame. I'd buff them. I'm not sure what I'd buff them. I'm not sure what advantage kind of buff. Would I just buff the overall percentage value of them? Would I give them some kind of a bonus if a certain number of a certain type were slotted? I don't know. But I'd do something for them. Something for them to make them useful. Obviously, that you don't want to make them as good as the IOs, because that's kind of a thing. Or just get rid of generic IO, get rid of them altogether and just replace them with generic IOs, and then that's that. And just have generic IOs, but then you'd have to do something about the crafting system. So I guess there's no real easy solution to any of that. Or maybe increase the maybe increase how much you can get for them if you sell them. Could that be an option? Oh, here we go now. We're getting that. Getting hit with multiple resistance debuffs now. So I had the sound turned off because a lot of people do not like the sound of Sonic. And I don't care. I'm a weirdo, though. I crave overstimulation, so loud, obnoxious sounds I actually like. Because I crave novelty and stimulation. Hello, ADHD. But the sounds really drives a lot of people nuts. And I'm one of those people that like bright, flashy things, bright, loud noises, stuff like that. I'm just like, give me more. I crave the stimulation. I had to be careful when I had roommates and I would game back in the day. I would have my sound of my game cranked all the way the hell up. And I didn't realize it was really annoying my roommates. I had to stop doing that. And I started using headsets more. I have aggroed multiple bosses, which may have been a mistake. Why do I have my Ouroboros down here? On this bar. The only thing about these Wailer Kings as opposed to Wailer Queens is that the Wailer Kings freaking res. You might kind of notice they look exactly like stone gargoyles, and they look like the gargoyles that are all over in stone, all over St. Marshall, which is, I think, is a nice little touch. Yeah, meltdown imminent, but it's really not. I mean, meltdown's not a problem for really. I still think this is a mob that needs to proliferate. Bluesiders got it way too freaking easy. These Wailers would give them fits. I proliferate in Blueside and put them in Paragon Island as a mob that can show up in the repeatables. I'm hoping I can find the demonic essence rather quickly. I could just zoom through the map and try to find it, but I'm not really trying to rush that fast. It's only 4 missions and a couple of collects this has got, so. But you can see how the resistance debuffs they pump out are dangerous. I remember back in the day, I used to play this game when it's in its old-fashioned for-profit live days. I dreaded these guys. The first time I fought them, I started crying. I literally wanted to cry. They whooped my butt. I didn't understand the game as well then. And I didn't understand things like resistance debuffs and stuff like that. Radiation armor is a really good armor. I'd like to try it on something else other than a Sentinel, because it's got a lot of great tools. It's got pretty much, it's got 2 heals, multiple ways to stack your resistances and buff your resistances. I think a little bit of a damage buff too. And I'm a Skittles abuser. I have a problem. Oh gosh, that's having a power that does some type of status effect is really nice. Even though it's a soft control. And that's going to be even worse in this character when I proc it out. Like I said, I'm not usually a big proc person. But in the case of Sentinels and their damage, it's just so helpful. So I do have my sounds disabled for the broadcast, so you should not be, you're not hearing sound, that's why. Plus the Wailers sound, for a lot of people, they do not like it. Oh my goodness, I did not realize my health was as bad as it was. I hope I don't die as I clumsily try to click buttons here. A little bit of luck to layer on top of, since this is a resistance-based set. Pop that luck for some more defense to layer on top of the resistance. That's another thing too, is if you're building even for squishy, I like to do that. I like to have some resistance. That's why usually I'll do tough and weave to get some resistance on underneath defense, like a layer. I figure it's like a layered defense. So even if stuff does get through your defenses, you can resist enough damage that you just don't immediately just croak. That looks like a dead end right there. I don't want to bother with those guys. I'm kind of ready to get off this map. I might just is that dead end there too? Is there something going on back here? No, it's a dead end. I don't care about these guys. You can chase me if you want. Nope, there's a dead end right there too. There's a dead end there too. So wherever the demonic essence is, I have missed it. I really need to get that reveal power. I believe that was a dead end there because I cleared this out already, didn't I? Yeah, it's a dead end. I don't know why I went that way, already knowing what I was going to find. I think I'm going the wrong way. I think I'm going back to the entrance and there's nothing going on here, but... Oh, maybe this guy is the secret. There was a boss that was speaking to us here. Nope. That wasn't it. Oh, my poor little weak sentinel can barely kill a minion. I wonder if I've got to defeat all. I'm just gonna kill everything. That may be the secret here. debuffing him while he's debuffing me. Get into his resistance. His defense, sorry. We're gonna kill everything. I don't know if it's a kill all or not, but it feels like it is. Because I didn't see or hear anything glowing in any of the rooms I entered. Yep. And I can usually hear the hum 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 of the glowies rather well. Oh. We're just gonna kill them all. Kill all. I'm gonna do this. Let's see if I can snipe him first, because that'll just be easier. Or not. Let's take care of these guys first. I'm going to dodge behind something to kind of force them to come in a little bit. And also maybe cut down on some of that ranged nonsense I'm getting right now. Sometimes if you're getting a lot of ranged attacks from a distance, if you dodge behind something, or like the old-fashioned corner pull move, that'll force the ranged ones to zoom in closer in order to get to you, because they can't target you. And that way also too, it stops them from it is a kill-all. And these are the last ones. My instincts were correct. Wailer Queen. I like the look of the Wailer Queens. And I also kind of like the Bob Marley and the Wailers reference here. When you find out how they're tied to Johnny Sonata, it makes kind of sense. The name makes sense. Though personally, I think it would have been cool if if the main mobster was like a Jamaican guy instead of an Italian mobster guy, because I think that would have been cool. That would really tighten into the thing too. Game needs a little bit more flavor. Alright, Hardcase still gonna make us come talk to him in person. That wasn't so bad. I just didn't. It was a small kill-all map. I don't mind kill-all on small maps. What I really detest is the super huge giant map with several floors that's a kill-all. Not only because of the monotonous tediousness of it, but also because some things tend to get lost on those maps, which is why I think they implemented this mechanic where you can see what's left to kill in your kill-all. Because before you couldn't, and that was maddening. Like, where are these other mobs that I missed? Alright. Oh, I didn't read what he said. Anyway. I may be an expert demon hunter, but there are others who know more about demons. That'd be a Circle of Thorns. Their whole shtick about souls and demons. I want to know what they know about the demons running Route St. Marshall. Interrogate the Circle of Thorns about the Wailers. There are some powerful circle mystics here on St. Marshall in the Nerve Archipelago. So we gotta kill 20 Circle of Thorns. I think you don't have to do it in zone. I'm gonna try something. I think if I go to Cape du Diable, there are some easy ones to kill. Not that the ones I wouldn't be able to handle the ones here because I can. But if I can kill the ones that in Cape du Diable, Cape of the Devil, the Devil's Cape, it would be nice because it would be fast and make this go a little bit quicker. That looks gross. There we are. Cap au Diable. Maybe Gav can help me with my French. Nope. Yeah, someone says Dark Horse thinks Splashers better than Sentinels. That has not been my experience, sir. My experience selling blasters is flat on their face. Now, the difference is if you want to invest a ton in your blaster, like lots and lots of money, yeah, you can get pretty durable. It can get pretty durable, but you can't do much damage when you're dead, especially if you're soloing. It's working good. If you're soloing, uh, that blaster is flat on its face most of the time. Or you're running a lot. You're dodging and running. Your health is 9. Sentinels are just amazing. And they're underrated. And I have played both. And if I'm soloing, I prefer Sentinel. And what's even crazier is an Electric Sentinel. Electric Sentinel is ridiculous. The electric primary on Sentinels is ridiculous. That shock just jumping from person to person, killing all those mobs, it's crazy. But everybody has their own play style. For some people, they don't like that. That's fine. Fire Blaster is outrageous. Of my blasters, I would say the Fire Blaster is probably the best DPS in the whole game. But if you're soloing and you're a new player and you don't want to be on your back all the time because every one shot kills you, I say Sentinel. I say Sentinel. They solo so smoothly. Like, I didn't have to rest at all. I didn't have to stop fighting at all. I can just keep going soloing. Sentinels just solo so smoothly. Now, you can get your blaster, but you guys can get really powerful, but it costs a lot. And it takes a lot of time to get them there. And the Sentinel just works out the box. And back to St. Marshall. I really need to get the team transport for this guy. And another dark horse, you should check out my Electric Sentinel video. That guy's stupid. My Fire Blaster is also stupid good, but that Electric Sentinel is nuts. And it's mostly due, I think, the endurance drain. That's the other thing. I think Sentinels pull off endurance drain better than any other AT with the Electric Blast set. Because they're armored, so they can take the hits while they're draining the endurance and while they're sapping. They don't fall down fast. Electric Psychic Sentinel is supposedly outrageously good. A lot of people are playing that. I've seen a lot of them in game too. And I've never seen one in action, but I've heard some really good things about Electric Psychic. Mine is Electric Energy Aura, which is a little different. Alright, now you gotta find this Mystic guy. Tiergate Krovos the Mystic. What the heck? I really should have put some stealth on this guy to make this easier, but it's alright. This is my least favorite cave. Hopefully we can just blast through here. Not run into too much opposition, because I just want to get onto the next thing here. I hope that's him. Oh, nope, that's an ambush. Well, I was expecting Circle of Thorns, not Wailers. Yep. Alrighty. And there we go. Also, my thoughts on Blaster versus Sentinel is you're comparing the wrong ATs. Sentinels really should be compared to other hybrid ATs, like Veets, Villain Epic Archetypes, and Hero Epic Archetypes. That's what they actually most resemble. They are an AT that can do ranged attacks with armor. And those are the ATs that do ranged attack with armors. And they run into a lot of the same issues that those ATs run into. They can be extremely powerful, but people have to learn how to pilot them and use them. And then there's a lot of people don't know about them. Oh man. The Whaler King is just eating right through my armor resistance. And I forget, do they always res? Yeah, they always res. They res regardless of whether you're near them or not. Just res them. You guys are just nuttily stupid. I think because his little buddy's not with him, stacking on that resistance, stacking them with a little resistance sonic blast on me, I was able to stay on my feet a little longer with that guy. I really don't want to deal with it, but I haven't found Krovos yet, so I'm assuming it's a Circle of Thorn Mystic. The only pain in the ass part about this is I know he's going to res after I fight him. It's just like, I want to deal with it. What I do like about the Rad is it's got, let me get this guy here, is it does defense debuffing, which is kind of nice. It helps the whole team out if you're teaming. I'm going to chug a couple reds because I really just want to get through this. And we're going to debuff him with our opportunity debuff. Like, yeah, a blaster at this level, and at the 30th level, he would have been dead by now. He wouldn't have been able to kill the king fast enough. He wouldn't have been able to out DPS the death. That's the thing with blasters. You gotta be able to out DPS. You have to do more DPS going out than coming and hitting you, which is doable at lower levels. It is doable at lower levels, but then you've also got to be hyper aware of how much health you've got and know when to dodge out, or have good places that you can run and hide and heal really quickly before the enemies catch up with you again. Ugh, I'm getting tired of this already. I really want to find that stupid mystic. I'm not going to engage down here because it's not worth it. I'm going to see if I can run past these guys. I can, but I'm at a dead end, so I'm going to have to kill them. Dang it. Triggered a boss too, which I didn't want to do. Oh, just the lieutenant. Not bad. Should be able to take the Whaler Queen out rather easily. There, she's gone. Alright. Let's see. So I triggered those mobs I didn't want to. I'm really bad at reading maps. I'm probably the worst map reader on the planet. But I think this cave's a dead end. I don't think there's anything in this cave worth looking for. And I'm trying to find the mystic. Sorry, I was coughing a little bit there. Turn my mic off to spare you the coughing. pulled that other guy to us, so you just might as well. Taking the map off so I can see what I'm doing. Oh, I was not expecting her to show up. The fact that Sentinels get a reliable control in their blasts is really nice. It really stops a lot of nonsense. Oh gosh, this is not the room. This is not the room I hate, is it? No, not this room. I hate this room. Oh, and I bet he's in here. Oh gosh, I hate this room so much. All right, well, let's get busy. Yep, I see him. I see him. I see my Circle of Thorns guy. But all the enemies in this room are probably going to count, and I'm going to have to kill all of them. Oh, gosh. We used to call this the pancake room or the wedding cake room. And I hate it so much. I dislike this room a lot. All right, let's get this Mystic. All right, Korvac. Okay. Luckily, I'm a Sentinel, and I resist status effects. So that nasty gravity hold he slapped on me is not going to hold me helpless. And I can just whittle him down. Took that boss right on out. Yeah. So this is again where I would disagree with the blaster argument. A blaster would have just died. As soon as that mage started hitting them holds on him, unless he got some break freeze on him, or smart enough to remember his break freeze, I did not have to clear the whole map. That's fantastic. Oh, I'm so excited about that. Well, I mean, if you are playing a blaster, when I play my fire blaster, if I'm playing him below level, I make sure I got break freeze on me. And Rune of Protection is amazing for blasters. I almost feel like it's a must-have. Rune of Protection is like carrying around, is like always having a break free that gives you lots of damage resistance on top of it. Can't beat that. Is it damage resistance or defense? I think it's damage resistance. Yeah, Rune of Protection is fantastic if you're playing blasters. But it's almost like you have to get it. It kind of sucks. Oh, you've been playing DCO Leather Dark Horse? Yeah, I'm on the Excelsior or whatever server. I'm trying to get it to where I can see my chat regularly, but chat keeps blinking out on me, so I don't see it always. I'm sorry I missed your chats. DCO is okay, but the only thing about DCO is I just don't like having to slog that hard for stuff. Everything in DCO, you really got to work your ass off for it. I mean, it's not bad. It's great. I mean, it's a great game. I love the lore of the game. I think it's a well-designed game. But I'm lazy. Everything in here, I can have a good time and not have to work that hard. DCO feels like having a second job. That's what I told someone else. Like, I feel like I have a job of DCO. I don't want a job. I already have a job. I'm going to see if the black helicopter will actually take me to the far side of Nerva. It will probably be the best bet here. And I forgot to read what Hardcase said, so. The black helicopter should get me. I think I want to be on the far side of Nerva, and I think that is. I feel like that's Nerva. Is it Nerva South? It's Nerva North. The higher end zone. I hope I'm right. Yeah, I am. So good, yeah. They get you. Otherwise, in Nerva, you'll end up on. Nerva is such a huge zone that if you zone in on just using the ferry, you'll get a. What will I say? You'll have like a far way to travel. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. trying to get down here to the... Oh, here we go. Yeah, I was dinking around DCO for a while, though. I enjoyed it. It really was a lot of fun. Also, I'm going to just say this. Community on DCO is really terrible. It is super toxic. I just got to throw that out there. And I hope I don't insult any DCO players. But the community on COH is just so much friendlier and more open and nicer and less nasty. I don't like the trash talk and all this kind of stuff. I find it distasteful. And also some of the stuff people were saying in the public chats is not like. I muted a lot of that, so I don't have to deal with it. But I don't like to be uncomfortable in a game. And not that we don't have our jerky players here, because we definitely do. But people just tend to be nicer and friendlier. And more relaxed, and they take it less seriously. I think it's because they don't pay any money for it. I think anytime people have to fork out their cold hard cash, they get a little antsy, a little competitive. This game's free, so it doesn't cost you nothing but your time. So maybe people are a little less aggro. And I'm probably going to get totally flamed for saying DCO community is toxic. But for me, my perception was that it was toxic. I didn't enjoy my community experience there. And I like my community experience on this game. I bit off more than I can chew, so I might die here. Because I really wasn't paying attention. Another game I've been wanting to try is I had a really good time playing Baldur's Gate. And I see a lot of Baldur's Gate players have popped over to Divinity 2 since they made the announcement that the next game from Larian's going to be a Divinity game. And I know of a couple people in that community, and they're super friendly as well. And I thought about maybe doing some learning to play Divinity, which looks similar enough to Baldur's Gate that I could probably play it. Leatherhorse says you meet the worst players in both games. Dude, I know what. I am at you because you're probably right. You're probably right, sir. I totally agree with you. Yeah, I've met some doozies, that's for sure. I also have met some really good friends playing this game back when it was live, who are still my friends today. I'm still friends with today. I don't talk as much as we used to, but I still hear from them. Sorry I'm late answering the chats. It's just like the way that the chat's set up on my screen is I need to configure it so that I can always see the chat while I'm gaming, and I haven't done that yet. So I kind of have to toggle back and forth to see the chat, which is kind of annoying. Alright. Oh yeah, that's nice. Circle of Thorns ain't so bad to fight these days. I remember people really used to dread fighting these guys because they were just... But there's so many ways now, even for squishies, to mitigate holds. And the more exotic damage types, now a lot of the armor sets, and even some of the support sets, have protection against some of the more exotic damage types. I mean, there was a reason back in the day that Force Field was highly sought after, because it was literally the only thing that gave you protection against almost everything. Psychic damage still can... Oh, wow. This looks like a nonsense. I don't know if I want to deal with all that. This is like a mess. I don't want to deal with all that. Let's see if we can... scrooch by here and not have to do all that, because I don't want to. There we go. And we could. I kind of want to run past these guys, too. Kind of beating my tolerance level for mobs. This guy also resists slows, which is really nice. I don't think I'll be able to run past these ones, so we'll just take care of them. Oh, I didn't see that guy was a lieutenant. Quicksand's having like no effect on me. I'm just laughing. I'm laughing at quicksand. The rad armor is so good for that. I can't wait to level this guy up a little bit more. I know he's just on generic IOs. Because having the heals and stuff recharge a little bit faster will be nice. I do like that radiation's got a nice mix of resistance and clickies. Sometimes this guy is the glowy for missions like this. That's why I flew right towards him. Because in my experience, he's been the glowy, has been that altar in this little room, in this big room here. The arena of death, as I like to call it. I'm kind of thinking if the glowy's anywhere, it's in here. It's in this room. This is typically where it is. That doesn't mean it's always here, but it's typically this. There it is. It's typically this room. And I was right. Usually in most maps, if there's a final glowy, it's usually in the largest room on the map towards the end. Though I've had weird stuff happen, like once logging into a mission, it was right at the beginning of the mission, which was hilarious. Oh, enhancements are nothing great. This is just these are generic IOs. This is still a character I'm leveling, so he's not all that great. So you can see I do my standard accuracy, 3 damage, and endurance reducer. I might pop another accuracy in there. Usually the armors I 3-slot. Usually I 3-slot the armors in the early levels, and this all changes after I level them up to 50. But now I always go for stamina. I always slot stamina. It's nothing fantastic. Really, it's not. It's enough though to get you by. Okay, I do not have a team transport on this tune. This is a character I hardly ever play, dude. I hardly ever play this guy. I just was having a late night and I couldn't really sleep well. So I was like, I'll get up and fiddle around on City of Heroes. Oh yeah, I'll give you my global. It's that sawgrass. I'll put it. I need to get better at doing stuff, this gaming stuff, because I'm not really good at it. I need to put stuff like how to reach me and stuff. There you go. That's my global. That's my global. My global's at Sawgrass for my main account. I have a secondary account too, but I'm mostly on a Sawgrass. I'm usually hanging out with the guys from the Best of the Worst. Wednesday's Woe. Wednesday's Woe is also another COH player who's pretty friendly and is on here a lot. She's awesome. So I'm usually playing like with people that play with her. That's how I start playing again. Anyway, Sulphur Song. You've been getting some good info on the Wailers. You got more information on the nature of the demons through the Resonance Crystal and tracking down and stealing their Talshak mysteries, blah, blah, blah. From the Circle of Thorns is very valuable, but we need to know more. I got some idiot who came to me screaming about making a deal with the devil, and now he wants out. He was all paranoid and took off on me when he thought he saw something on a rooftop looking down at him. If we rescue his sorry self, we might be able to get some details. So let's rescue Daniel Hawthorne from the Wailers. Let's do that. I think we're pretty far into this arc. Hey, what are you... Leather Dark Horse, what are you playing on DCUO? What kind of character are you playing? I was playing a water healer, but I was not geared right. People got mad at me. And I just swapped to DPS role for everything because it was the easiest. There's the least expectations in DPS role. They expect a lot of their healers in that game. Oh, this is easy one. We just gotta find Daniel. I think I did this years ago, and I kind of feel like he was in the upper kind of corner area. I may be wrong. I think it was a slightly different map, I believe. I remember misremembering. Oh, there he is. I think I see him. Oh no, it's just Wailers coming to... Danny, we're coming to discuss the pact. I wonder if I follow him, if they'll lead me to him. I feel like I did this before and he was over here. Ah, go away. Shrug off that damage there. That's the king. I feel like I did this before and he was hiding out down here somewhere, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh, were you playing like a fire DPS? I don't want to run around the map like a nut. Though I may have to. I'd rather not. I've engaged them now. Better fight them because they're going to follow me around the whole map. Then I'll have map aggro. If I die now, it's because of stupidity. Oh gosh. Of course it's the Wailer King, so he's gonna get his leathery behind back up and try to kill me again. Oh, he didn't. He didn't res. Alright. There is a trick that you can use to find targets on a map. You can make a macro to find them, but I'm really lazy and I don't want to do that. Yep, it's Sawgrass. I'll hop up and fly again. Why do they make these guys so hard to find? I didn't look in this upper corner back here, though. Usually you're looking for a bunch of mobs surrounding a guy looking scared. That's usually what you're looking for. And they're usually tucked away in a weird little corner somewhere. Oh, what's that down there? No. And that's where you find them. But in this case, that's not the case. I feel like my best bet's over here. I'm going to come back down over here and I'm going to explore in here a little bit. I'm going to just clear these guys out here. Oh, gotta watch out for that queen. She's dangerous. Yeah. I've been on a similar map, and the last time I was on a similar map like this, I think my hostage was hiding behind one of these little shanties. but I don't see anything back here. Yeah, these find the hostage things are always a pain in the behind. I need to figure out, I don't know if I can do it. I need to figure out if I can change my YouTube name to match my in-game name. So everything's kind of the same. That would probably be good. Oh, back here on this beach. This might be a good place to look. Oop. I noticed a little Wailer Queen assassin snuck up on my butt back here. Trying to kill me. Back here, I don't see him. Let's see. Thought maybe he might be hiding on the beach. Well, I don't think he was in the shantytown. Doesn't look like it. I'm gonna hop over the little corner back here. I don't see him over here either. Hop over here. Yeah, just fun. Let's see. These guys look suspicious, but no. Not right here either. I'm gonna take these guys out though. Gotta remember, watch out for those Wailer Queens. Nice range. Let's see. Dodge back here. Don't see him. This is such a pain in the butt. I might end up having to do the macro thing. Oh. Yeah, I probably can do that. I think I changed once already, but I kind of, everybody knows me in game as Sawgrass. I don't think I'm going to change it now. Just get off me, dude. Look over the bridge here. Oh, under the bridge. I've had that happen before too. Nope. That is a real pain in the behind. It's not back here. This is one of those times when it's nice to have a team. Because a team can just go through the whole map and just, everybody just start killing stuff until somebody accidentally stumbles upon what you're looking for. Daniel Hawthorne, where are you, sir? I looked over there already. Oh, there he is. Is that him right at the very beginning? And I did all that traveling and he was right here. That just, oh, I feel like an idiot. He was right here the whole. He was right in front of the truck. I was like all over the map, and he was right there. Yeah, you're welcome, Daniel. Yeah. Alrighty. Oh, I can finally call this guy. Thank God. We're almost done, I think. We got some good info on those whalers. They have a resonance having to do with sound and music. And they're trying to break the seals on the Golden Giza. We got what the Circle of Thorns know about them from the Tal Shack Mysteries, though it's going to take a while to unlock those secrets. There's another source you ain't trapped yet. You heard of the Archmage Terexus. He's a ghostly dude with some major moho back in Sharkhead. He might be able to provide us with some insight for price. There's always a price. Get whatever information Terexus can provide. Okay, I know where to find that guy. We're just gonna go to my super base though. Like I said, it's good to have a base because it just makes everything so much easier. And once you unlock the long range teleporter, you can port to your base from just about anywhere. And it's nice. So Sharkhead, we're gonna pop over to Sharkhead. Taraxis is in the upper. Is it north? Oh, it's gonna show me where he's at anyway. Sorry, he's in the lower south. That's gonna be the opposite of what I said. Luckily, he's close enough to the base portal that it's not that big of a deal to get over to him. I'm hoping it's just a talkie. I could see if you had this down, this would be an easy 20 merits because it's not a lot to it. I can't click on Taraxis for some reason. Let me turn off flight. This has happened to me before with some NPCs. I can't click on them. There we go. I'm aware of Hardcase's wishes. Yes, I can provide you with whatever assistance by performing a divination on the seals of the Golden Giza. However, I wish you to do something for me first. The Circle of Thorns have been trying to gain control over my spirit form. Even now, they perform rituals on Primeva in the hopes of destroying my magical wards. I wish you to punish them for their insolence. Go to Primeva and call the Circle of Thorns. Once you have done this, I will perform divination. Tell Hardcase the results. Leave. So I killed 20 Circles of Thorns. I'm going to hope I can just do this over in Cap where it's faster and easier. It is okay. Primeva's in Nerva. It is doable in Nerva, and he certainly can handle it, but it just takes longer, and you got to run all over the place, and I don't want to do all that. So hopefully, it says on Primeva, so it may not. This trick may not work, but let's give it a shot. I'm going to kill a couple of COTs here and see if the count goes down. And if not, it's to Primeva we go. Nope, they don't count. Don't count. Alright, so it's off to Nerva. Ugh, it's such a pain in the butt. It's such a huge zone. Who's Titan Bank? Is that you, Leather Dark Horse? Alright, we're going to head over here to... Oh, I see that you chatted me. Hey, man. Oh, gosh. It's such a horrible zone to go through. I don't want to do it. But we're going to do it. Luckily, there's a lot of Circle of Thorns on the beach. In Nerva, it is a good place to hunt COTs if you need them for a badge or whatever. Red Side actually is very good for Circle of Thorns. Red Side has like all the rare Circle of Thorns stuff that you need, including those ice demons. Has lots of them. Just got fired up on. I did not enjoy that. It's not that I hate Nerva, it's just that Nerva is so big. It's a huge zone. I'm going the opposite direction where I should be going. I'm gonna... Sheesh. Well, that didn't make it any easier. Oh, what just sent me in the email, Titan Bank? What's going on there? Oops. What? Sir, that's an awful lot. Thank you. That's crazy. Someone just gave me like Leather Bank just gave me like 300 million. I mean, I've got money, but that's really nice of you. I appreciate that. Super generous and nice. We just gotta... Oh, stupid Blood Widow. Leave me alone, lady. Usually, if you hunt around the beach, though, you'll find a lot of Circle of Thorns. I'm just gonna I'm gonna skip the other mobs and just look for Circle because I don't want to waste my time with the other mobs. You're Bruce Wayne in Homecoming? Oh, duh. I'm slow. I just got what you meant by that. Sorry I'm not typing in the chat, but I'm trying to not get killed, murderized and killed. You should meet my friend Apocalyptical. He's got a crap ton of money in the game, too. Oh, jeez. I could usually raise what I need if I know what I need for a character. It's too bad you can't be like that in real life, huh? It's too bad like the in-game money can't be like real life money. Oh, all these ghosts will definitely count. And let's just do this. So Nerva is a great place to hunt ghost, by the way. The Nervo Spectral Demons. There's just like a ton of them on the beach. And they're pretty darn easy to kill. Sentry, you're in my way, sir. You are not part of my plan. This is what I was actually looking for initially. I just couldn't remember. Oh yeah, they're gonna do full sets after this. This is not my only character. I have a ton of characters. I was just playing this guy for fun, for funsies. Alrighty. I've got a couple characters that are fully kitted out. Alrighty. We're going to go back to St. Marshall. We can go back to our base for that. Oops. Yeah, so head back. So Hardcase wants us to go and steal something from him in St. Marshall. So we're going to do that. Should be close to this mission, this series of missions wrapping up. What's your main character on City of Heroes? So you're playing Fire on DCUO. Leather Dark Horse, what are you playing on City of Heroes? Or what did you used to play before you left the game? That makes sense. I go through cycles. Like I've quit the game before and not played it. Like just before it closed, I had pretty much stopped playing. The original game closed, and then I found out it was back a few years ago, and I played a little bit. I played a lot of it. I can take that back. I was playing a lot. I got like a gazillion characters from back then, and then I stopped playing a little bit after that, and then I got back on and started playing again. Mostly because my friend Dark Current, who I used to play with on live, I was watching his videos, and I already knew who he was, and I started playing. And then Wednesday's Woe was another great player. Yeah. This looks like I can just zippity doo dah through here, so that's what I'm gonna do. I just want the property records. I ain't trying to fight all these stupid guard. Oh, did I hear a glowy already? What the heck? I do hear one. That's a little early, but let's see. It's one of those cases of the glowy of the objective being at the beginning of the mission. Nah, not. I've had it happen before though. I've logged in and it's like, oh, here's what you need. Click, mission over. But typically it's on one of the upper floors. Mm. You thought your rad got nerfed? I have not heard that. People are still heavily playing that, especially the farming people. Rad brutes. I mean, sorry, rad tanks and stuff. But what do I know? I wasn't aware of that, but I believe you. I think I heard the glowy in the back there. So I'm just gonna clear this out. It's no use trying to not fight them. And these security guard kind of mobs are really weak. They don't have a lot of exotic damage. They're mostly smashing lethal. And they don't have a lot of defenses. They can still pack a punch though. And he can more than handle these. He can more than handle these guys. This guy's caused me a lot of problems from range, though, so we're just gonna nuke him out. Bye, sir. And I think I heard something back here. There it is. That's what I heard. Hopefully I don't get shot again so I can just get this. There we go. And we're done. We have completed the mission. We've completed it. And that was for 20 reward merits, which wasn't bad. I could see somebody with a really good stealthy build, like a good stalker or something, zooming through this much faster than I did. Oh, Leather Dark Horse, he says his rad tank feels so nerfed that it's unplayable as a tank now. Oh man, that's a bummer. I had not heard a lot of people complaining about that, but I wonder what they nerfed on it. I'll have to do my research into that and see what's going on with that. So Johnny Sonata is the guy who financed the buildings of the wards. It sounds like the demons are after him, likely because of some of the deal he made which came due. Normally I'd just deal with this problem by killing Johnny. Johnny is a demon caller and I got no respect for him. Johnny's dead, his soul is released, and the demons have nothing to go after. But you can bet Johnny has got some sort of supernatural backup. The Wailers have been after Johnny this long, they may just tear St. Marshall apart in frenzy after losing his soul. I guess we'll just have to find some way to kill the pact between Johnny and the Wailers. I'll stick to hunting demons. All right, that was a nice little arc there. Netted me. I forgot how long it took. But I was like distracted too. Got some merits out of that. Merits are always good. Love getting merits. Earned quite a few merits this round. I think I only had 4 merits when I started. I've got 33 now. That's kind of nice. There's faster ways to earn them though. This is just for fun, really. Well, I guess I'm gonna wrap up the evening. Thank you, Leather Dark Horse, for that lovely in-game gift. I really appreciate that. Sorry that your tank got nerfed. I hope that you come back to the game though anyway. Maybe play something else, or maybe find out some ways to improve the tank. Maybe there's some ways around the nerfs. Anyway, thanks again, folks. I'm heading to take a quick dirt nap before I have to go to work. I work early in the morning. Take care.